Chapter 12, Agriculture in India. Agriculture and its salient features. Welcome to NIOS. In this video, we are going to learn about agriculture and its salient features. Now you will get to know about agriculture, which is the backbone of Indian economy. Important characteristics of Indian agriculture: types of farming, types of crops grown, and their relationship with various geographical factors will also be discussed here. In India, around 70% of the population earns its livelihood from agriculture. It still provides livelihood to most of the people in our country. It fulfills the basic need of human beings and animals. It is an important source of raw material for many agro-based industries. India's geographical condition is unique for agriculture because it provides many favorable conditions. There are plain areas, fertile soil, long growing season, and wide variation in climatic conditions. Apart from unique geographical conditions, India has been consistently making innovative efforts by using science and technology to increase production. By now you know that India has diversified topography. You have already learnt about it in the lesson on physiography of India. The country has Himalaya mountain ranges extending from Jammu and Kashmir in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the northeast. They have hill ranges in the form of Eastern Ghat and Western Ghats. Do you know, India has one of the largest plain areas in the world in the form of Indo-Ganga plain. Central part of India is dominated by the plateau area. Apart from variations in landform, the country has varieties of climatic conditions and soil types. These physical variations, along with other factors like availability of irrigation, use of machinery, modern agricultural inputs like high yielding varieties of seeds, insecticides and pesticides, all these have played very important role in the evolution of different farming practices in India. Some of the major types of farming we are going to discuss here are mainly of four types. First, we will discuss the subsistence and commercial farming. Majority of farmers in India practice this farming. This means farming for own consumption. In other words, the entire production is largely consumed by farmers and their family, and they do not have any surplus to sell in the market. In this type of farming, land holdings are small and fragmented. Cultivation techniques are primitive and simple. In other words, there is a total absence of modern equipments like tractors and farm inputs like chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides. In this farming, farmers mostly cultivate cereals along with oil seeds, pulses, vegetables and sugarcane. Commercial farming is just the opposite of subsistence farming. In this case, most of the produce is sold in the market for earning money. In this system, farmers use inputs like irrigation, chemical fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides and high yielding varieties of seeds, etc. Some of the major commercial crops grown in different parts of India are cotton, jute, sugarcane and groundnut. Rice farming in Haryana is mainly for commercial purpose, as people of this area are predominantly wheat eaters. However, in east and northeastern states of India, rice cultivation would be largely of subsistence type. Now we will understand the second type of farming. Its name is intensive and extensive farming. The basic difference between these two types of farming is the amount of production per unit of land. In comparison with temperate areas of USA, Canada and the former USSR, India does not practice extensive cultivation. When we use large patch of land for cultivation, then we call it extensive farming. Here, the total production may be high due to large area, but per unit production is low. Intensive farming records high production per unit of land. The best example of intensive cultivation is in Japan, where availability of land for cultivation is very limited, and similar kind of situation can be observed in the state of Kerala, which is in India. Now we will understand the third type of farming. Its name is plantation farming. It is an estate where a single cash crop is grown for sale. This type of agriculture involves growing and processing of a single cash crop purely meant for sale. Tea, coffee, rubber, banana and spices. All these are examples of plantation crops. Most of these crops were introduced in India by the Britishers in the 19th century. Now we will discuss the fourth type of farming, which is mixed farming. It is a situation in which both raising crops and rearing animals are carried on simultaneously. Here, farmers engaged in mixed farming are economically better than others. All classifications are based on nature and purpose of farming. It may overlap. For example, banana is a plantation type of farming. It can also be classified as commercial farming. Do you know, some 40 to 50 years back, India did not produce such a large amount of food grains. Our agricultural production increased many folds after the Green Revolution that took place in India in the year 1960. Then what is that? Green Revolution. This stands for a major technological breakthrough in India based on, first is the improved seeds of high yielding varieties The second is adequate and assured supply of water for irrigation. And third is increased and appropriate application of chemical fertilizers for increasing agricultural production. Since Green Revolution was related to crops, there was another terminology which was used for increased milk production, and that was White Revolution. It stands for remarkable increase in milk production and establishment of a national milk grid, removing regional and seasonal imbalances. Among the technological inputs are: the first is cross breeding of indigenous cows with high milk yielding European breed. Second is pasteurization of milk for keeping it for a longer duration. Third is collection of quality milk from members in rural areas. And fourth is refrigerated transport system, which helps sending milk to far off metropolitan centers both by road and by rail. Similar experiments to increase the production of other products were also done. Can you guess what can be the Blue Revolution for? The Blue Revolution refers to big rise in catching of fresh water and marine fish. Similarly, Yellow Revolution it refers to remarkably steady and assured supply of poultry products. And Pink Revolution, it refers to a considerable rise in the production of quantity of apples, particularly in the state of Himachal Pradesh and Jammu Kashmir. So dear learner, in this video we learned about the 4 different types of farming. We also learned about Green Revolution and White Revolution. We also learned about Blue Revolution and Yellow Revolution. Also we learned about Pink Revolution. I hope you must have understood all the topics well. Thank you for watching.